fighting shape for this Mega. And the battle unfolds. Vu hits one very decent rocket, forcing to hang back, and he will go down. Just steps away from the Mega. That would have been a salvation. Vu leaving up the lightning gun, but doesn't matter because he's still got plenty of his own cells. And well, the frags just keep on coming. 11-4, and Dehang is in quite a bit of trouble.
There is still technically time. I've seen crazy shit happen on this map, but it's got to start now. Dehang's got to pull something out of his ass right now.
All right, so Steve-O, here's my question. You know, we see a lot of crazy aggression by players like Vu, like Chance. You know, we don't see that often from Dehang. You know, he doesn't really have this like crazy burst of just all out and out damage. And I think that's what he would need to do in order to make some sort of comeback here. And you know, going up against Vu, you know, I'd say that plays far more into Vu's style, as we just saw there. Very comfortable getting rocketed in the face, backing off, and using railgun at sort of close medium range. That's a nice set of rockets, but there's far too little time. 14-5 being the score. Only 50 seconds remaining. Let's do some accuracies here. 30% rocket, 23 LG, and 36 rail. And Dehang 19, 17, and 35 for those three weapons. Sorry, Steve-O, I just realized the time. Wanted to get the accuracies in real quick.
That's fine. I actually have one thing to say to that, and that is there is no such thing as crazy aggression from Vu. That is just how Vu plays. It's not crazy at all.
This is Vu.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Jahar.
But I mean, that's what I mean. Like, he's comfortable. Like, Vu's really comfortable with it. So if Dehang were to try
if
to...
Dehang decides to rush, he's just throwing frags at Vu. Like, he's gift wrapping himself and making it easy.
Right. And
well,
so I would say, like
not...
Dehang isn't comfortable with, you know, a crazy aggressive onslaught, whereas Vu really is, no matter if he's on the dishing out end or on the receiving end. That's just, he's just comfortable with that style. So I really didn't see any way for Dehang to totally bring it back. That being said, the final score was 14-8, hardly a blowout, especially when Arrow Walk at Steve-O, really? There you go.
I was on Team S. I don't know why it did that.
Spec only. It's all good. All right.
You know, you have to remember that Dehang was known for his unpredictable play. That's used to be what he was known for. But I feel like he's kind of well, he's been in a slump for a little while. He used to be kind of hands down considered in the top 5, maybe right behind Rafa, Vec, Cooler, Cypher. But lately he's really dropped from that standing. So I would say he's kind of lost that edge that he used to have, that really unpredictable edge. So just referring to your previous comments.
And you know, I wouldn't even say that he's lost anything. It's just the other players are gaining more on him.
I totally believe that one. And we're going live here on DM13. Sweet! Jahar, are you in the server yet?
I'm about to be. I'm getting zipped up here.
Zipped up? Okay. Never mind. Okay. Vu with Mega Red Rocket. No LG though, so he's going to cut across the other side of the map. Dehang, let's see if he's privy to it. He does spot Vu, making his entrance to that side of the map, and he may hang out for this armor. He'll probably want that. Vu is able to be like, hey, I'll just hang out here. That's cool. But Dehang does get free reign on the center map. That's pretty hilarious. Dehang opting for Mega over Red. Nice face rocket. Dehang is now only health and no armor. Rocket jumping. And wow, interesting choice by Dehang. I don't know. Steve-O, what do you make of that?
This is going to be a sweet, sweet match indeed. I mean, DM13, Vu's up by 1, but this is going to be a nice place for Dehang to kind of, you know, kind of play this down a little bit, kind of
you mean
throw
map-wise?
some bricks in front of
He's talking matches.
Yeah, map-wise. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Vu is.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Buzzkill. But yeah, Vu now up above, throwing down some LG. It's going to be holding this position for just a moment, but he's going to be a little bit late to Mega Health. Not quite sure if he wanted to come back in for that fight, but he's able to depend on yellow, looking for an exit to the plasma gun. It's not going to be quite happening, so Vu's still going to be on the back end of the map, but for all of that play, he really hasn't lost anything. And oh my god, 2 beautiful rockets coming right into Dahang's face. Vu down to 33 health, but he has sunk his teeth into Dahang. And this fight is far from decided. Red armor's up. Vu might be a little bit late to it.
Indeed. Dahang is able to collect, and he's trying to get positioned on Mega. 2 decent rockets from Vu make this a very dangerous and risky situation for Dahang, getting away with just half of that Mega and no armor. And Vu decides to go swimming. And someone didn't tell him that was lava.
I would say that over Hub, this map, Lost World really does favor Dahang's style of play. Like you said, Vu is just so comfortable in really any situation. I think that's his CPM background coming into effect, because CPM is a very quick game in which you have more air mobility, a fight over the yellow armor. Dahang's going to make it out with just 28 health. Vu is looking a lot worse, though, making it into the middle of the map. But Vu with that quick reaction time and movement ability has maybe a more aggressive style than Dahang does, and Dahang has been traditionally pretty decent on DM13, so there should be at least a very different flow for this map.
There should be, but right now, I mean, winning out that fight for the mid has given Vu everything, and now it's a question to see, can Dahang play, the back of the map, the rear end of the map, as smartly as Vu did? That'll get Vu back up to 0, so we're once again at a tie, but as far as the stat goes and as far as control goes, this is nowhere near a close game. Vu is dominating the map right now, but, in the first minute or so, we saw Dahang in the strong position, and Vu did exactly what he needed to. Depended on yellows, was very patient for the fight, and definitely brought some good damage around when the fight actually happened. We'll see if Dahang can pull the same thing together, but 2 seconds to red armor. This will be Dahang's chance to at least get something done, but Dahang is nowhere, and even Vu looks a little shocked that Dahang is not showing up for the fight or for the response. Where is Dahang? He's right around the corner. It's going to be knocking Vu off the top, but he's going to be able to tele right back down to the bottom. Mega's coming up in a second. Vu has a good angle on it, but Dahang, I'm not even sure if that could have been planned. Dahang definitely came out on top of that. Vu definitely did the smart thing, though. He didn't, push farther into that fight than he could have really afford to. So even losing out on Mega, he didn't lose all of his armor stack. So red armor's up. Vu needs to get back into mid in order to make a play for it. Dahang is making sure that is not going to be happening.
Yeah, Vu at this point just doing a grenade dance, and I'm actually surprised we were about to hit the halfway point and yet to have a actual positive score. Of course, Vu getting a bona fide frag, but also did a little bit of twinkle toes in the lava, so hard to do when it burns off your ankles. Beautiful buckshot. Really doing a lot of damage against Dahang, but of course he was already stacked up to the 9s and is going to walk away with about a 150-120 after picking up the red armor. So Vu again, and you called it out just moments ago, Jahar, where he needs to make a play for center and lock Dahang out. And now is the time to do it. Dahang goes MG on MG. And you can see Vu backing off.
This is a pretty good position for Vu, though. I mean, if Dahang decides to go for red armor early, Vu can definitely push in on that. But instead, Dahang's going to be very, very late to it. But again, Dahang, he's more concerned about mid-control geometrically than he is about the items themselves. He's only willing to go for Mega, only willing to go for red, when he's absolutely not going to be taking any flack from Vu. Because, well, we know how Vu plays. But we're still 0-0 here. We have less than half of the match left to go, and the stack has been so back and forth without any real damage coming either way. I really love the way that this is going down.
And Dahang is playing with just such confidence right now. You can see it in his movement, in his movements around the map. He just has known exactly where to be at all the times, picking up the yellow armors when it's safe to do so, staying in the shadows when he should, and exposing himself when he should as well, which is probably pretty soon, as he has a gigantic stack and is looking for blood in the next minute or so.
Yeah, but you have to take a look at Vu also.
That's going to allow him to move in here.
Yeah, but Vu also has a pretty decent stack because he's been able to cross the map and has what was left of Mega burning off. He's going to make another move for it. Dahang is on the Mega, and actually this will be the first real fight breaking out in the match, to be honest, because finally we're going to see some serious contention. over some serious items, and Dehang lets Vu go, pretty much. Over to Vu's point of view, I wanted to see how he was getting out, and frankly, it was just easy. Dehang let him go. So
Actually,
we're back to...
I would say that Dehang's rocket jump kind of saved his ass there. I mean, Vu got the first damage in, and you could tell, okay, we're fairly even stack. We've been trading things off from game to game. If I get that first toe hold, I cannot let up, and you can see the immediate amount of pressure that Dehang is facing right now. So for the first time, a lot of damage coming his way. Dehang down low on health, back on the LG side of the map. That leaves red armor, it leaves mega health up for Vu. Dehang is going to have to kind of scrounge for scraps right now.
Right, but here's my question. Will Vu be back in time for these items? Because we've seen kind of a weak toe hold by Vu on center and some kind of weak item timing periodically. So we'll see if Dehang is able to use that to his advantage. Vu trying to track down Dehang over near the plasma gun, lets him go in order to vie for the items, and I think that was a smart choice because stack it and the frags will come. 200 stack for Vu. Let's go see how Dehang is doing at 120.
Only about 100, 130, but he's working with it fairly well. YA coming up. Vu not finding a way to trap Dehang and letting Dehang get away with a lot of these situations has definitely been hurting Vu's own play here, but it's still 0-0. Vu's looking to get the push in though. How many times has the fight happened here? Vu with 28 health gets away with the one frag, and Dehang's a little bit frustrated at this point, but there's still 2 minutes left. It's only one frag, but now you can see Vu, it's like the chains have been removed from his ankles. He's like, all right, now I'm in control. Now I'm up on the stack. Now it's time for me to kind of finish this thing up.
Yeah. It's all about mopping up here. Vu's looking to do just that. Getting the LG stream first, and it connects. And, of course, having the stack will make that frag quite an easy one. And so I believe, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Hectic was the tiebreaker. Yes? Yes?
No, I don't think it's going to be needed.
Nope.
Yeah. So,
which is really quite impressive. Dehang was doing well, keeping control, but for Vu to be able to control his aggressiveness and wait it out, I mean, Vu knew that Dehang was supposed to win this map. Dehang knew that he was supposed to win this map, but Vu pulled it out.
And I think having control, like you say, was really the key for Vu's victory. I think you hit the nail on the head there, because I felt like Dehang was almost running the map better than Vu was, but Vu just waited like a spider, waiting on his prey, and when he pounced hard. When that last frag, or maybe not the last one, but I think the second frag that Vu got on Dehang, when he pinned him down in the main area with the lightning gun, it was just a little scary. I'm not sure what Dehang could have done to get out of that situation. Once Vu finally had the big stack, after waiting it out for so long, he really pounced, and Dehang didn't have much of a choice.
yeah.
And really, I mean, Vu made me eat my own words here. I mean, I was saying that so many times in the situation, Vu, even with the strong stack, even with the strong positioning, Dehang has been able to change up his route and kind of slip through Vu's fingers. But at the 50 health, Dehang had nowhere to run. But, you know, it could have gone either way at that point. I mean, Vu was left with, what, 23, 24 health? That could have easily gone either way.
All right, guys.
So this was definitely a one-frag game, I would say.
Yeah. So we got more Masters coming up. Let's take a look at what is on the board here.
CZM is having computer issues, and am I under the correct implication that they are going to postpone his matches, not make him forfeit, or is he forfeiting today?
I think they're going to try to postpone, considering that it's nothing under his control. So.
Okay.
All right. Got to do a little bit of
what's wrong?
Fandom there. We got 0-4 in Griffin, and everyone knows that I love Griffin. He's had a lot of hard luck, if you will, when it comes to dueling tournament play in Quake Live. But I still love the dude. He's awesome. And of course, 0-4, being the legend that he is, you just can't, you can't look away. It's just
you can't put him to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, Hectic. After yesterday, my respect for Hectic went up about 20-fold.
It is such a great map. It flows so well. It's fast-paced. It's got the teleporter play. I love it. It is my new favorite map.
Nice. Cool. I'm glad to hear that people are enjoying it.
The only thing I don't like
really
about it is the texture
opinion from the
schizophrenia.
pros.
Yeah.